Hi there. Have you ever wondered how this country began? Well, in the story we're going to read today, Sam the Minuteman, by Nathaniel Benchley, we'll see how Sam Brown was there when America began to be its own country. Let's read together. I'll read aloud, and you follow along in your copy of the book. When you hear this sound, you'll know it's time to turn the page. We'll start on page 9, next to the picture of the boy and the tree. Are you ready? Let's begin. About 200 years ago, a boy named Sam Brown lived with his parents on a farm in Lexington, Massachusetts, near Boston. At that time, America was not a country of its own. It belonged to England. The farm was small, and the earth was rocky. Sam and his father did most of the outdoor work together. Sam's mother worked indoors. Everything they needed they had to make or grow or cook for themselves. Once, in Boston, Sam and his father saw the soldiers the British king had sent to keep order. The people were unhappy with the way things were being run. Sometimes they had riots. Some people hid guns and powder in case of trouble with the soldiers. They didn't like the soldiers much. They called them lobsterbacks because of their red coats. On their way home, Sam asked, "What do these soldiers want?" "They want to keep us from being too strong," his father said. "They are afraid of us." "That makes us even," said Sam. "I'm afraid of them." One night, in early spring, Sam was awakened by the sound of church bells ringing. "What's this?" he thought. "It can't be Sunday yet." He went to the window. In the darkness, he could see men running. They seemed to come from everywhere. He heard the voices of his father and his mother. His mother sounded frightened. Sam knew there was trouble. He dressed quickly and went downstairs. "What's going on?" he asked. "Go back to bed," his mother said. "No," said his father. "We need everyone we can get." His father was a Minuteman, which meant he had to be ready for trouble at a minute's notice. "Get your gun, Sam," he said. "Why?" asked Sam. "What's happening?" "Nobody knows for sure," his father said. "The British have left Boston and are coming this way." "Who told you?" asked Sam, hoping it wasn't true. "Paul Revere," said his father. "Now get your gun." So Sam got his gun and followed his father through the darkness to the village green. The bells were still ringing, and a drum was making a rattling noise. Sam felt cold and afraid. Captain Parker, the head of the Minutemen, told them to line up near the meeting house. Sam saw his friend, John Allen. John looked the way Sam felt, which made Sam feel better. "Why are the British coming?" Sam asked. "They want the guns and powder hidden in Concord," said John. "They have to come past here to get them." Slowly it began to get light. The drums and the bells stopped. It was so quiet that Sam could hear the birds twittering in the trees. He could smell the apple blossoms and feel the wet dew on the grass. "Maybe they won't come after all," he said to John. "Maybe they'll go another way." "Maybe," said John, "but not likely." Then it was daylight, and the men began to relax. Some of them even yawned. Sam's father talked with friends. Sam and John played games with a knife in the grass. Sam wished he had eaten breakfast. Suddenly John said, "Listen." They listened, and in the distance they could hear the sound of marching feet. Tramp, 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 and then over the hill and past the tavern came the soldiers. They came on and on and on. Sam could see their red coats and the sun glinting on their bayonets. They looked like a bright river of red. As they came closer, Captain Parker tried to count them. There seemed to be 1,000, and he had only 80 Minutemen. "There are too many of them," he said. "We had better move away." "I'm all for that," said Sam. "I think I'll get on home." "Me too," said John. "There's nothing I can do here." Sam and John and their fathers and the other Minutemen began to move off. "I'll see you after breakfast," Sam said to John. Then he saw a British officer who was shouting and waving his sword. "I wonder what he wants," Sam said. "He told us to disperse," said John. "I'm dispersing as fast as I can," said Sam. "He doesn't need to shout." Then someone, somewhere, fired a gun. Bang! The troops began to shoot. Minutemen fell all around. "Sam!" John cried. "I'm hit!" John held his leg and fell down. The British officer made his troops stop shooting and got them back in line. He marched them off toward Concord, leaving 8 dead Minutemen. Sam and his father helped John's father take him home. Sam felt he was having a bad dream. He saw John's mother crying as she put a bandage on his leg. "How does it feel?" Sam asked. "Not too good," said John. When Sam and his father got to their house, all Sam's fear changed to anger. "How did they dare do that?" he cried. "If they come back, I'll shoot them, every one." "Be quiet," his father said, washing the grit and powder off his face. "You may just have that chance." "He will not," said his mother. "He doesn't leave this house again." Then the bells began to ring again. The troops were coming back. "Sam, you stay here," said his mother. But Sam had already grabbed his gun and run outside. His father followed close behind. By now, more farmers had come from all around. They were shooting at the soldiers as they marched. They never got in close, but fired from behind rocks and trees. This worked better than meeting in the open. Then, more British troops came out from Boston. For a while, the battle was quite heavy. The British troops burned some houses, but their hearts weren't really in it. Soon they headed back to Boston, followed on all sides by the farmers, whose bullets buzzed about like bees. Late that night, Sam and his father got back home. The rain was falling gently. "Where have you been?" Sam's mother said. "I've been worried sick about you." But Sam was too tired to answer. All he wanted to do now was sleep. No one knew it then, but that day was the start of the American Revolution. The war lasted 8 years. At the end, America was a country on its own. But Sam didn't think of that. He thought of John and wondered how he was. And then he slept.